Time for your update from the City of Brooklyn Center. The mayor is with us, April Graves. Welcome once again.
Thanks for having me.
A lot to talk about in a few minutes. First, recap of the Juneteenth event in the city. How did that go?
It went really well. Our second annual Juneteenth event was very well attended. I wondered if our Parks Director, Cordell Wiseman, was going to be able to top last year, and he definitely had set that bar really high, but it was an excellent event. A lot of really positive collaboration with community members. We had a panel that included some of the founding members of the Black Panther Party, as well as a community dinner, events at the golf course, and of course the big celebration at Centennial Park. So everybody had a really great time, great performances, vendors, activities for young people. It was a success.
All right, thanks to all those that organized. Let's talk about business news. You had a ribbon cutting recently. Tell us about that.
Yes, there was a grand opening of a Value Foods, which is a market at Humboldt Square. It's a type of market that has a lot of fresh ethnic foods variety, kind of similar to Sun Foods, but a little bit smaller. You can get access to multiple different ethnic dishes, meats, things that maybe you definitely wouldn't find at your typical Cub Foods. So another really important resource in the community for our community members that meets our needs and also helps to make sure that we have access to healthy, affordable food in our community.
Welcome to that new business. A lot of survey action going on in the City of Brooklyn Center. Tell us about all the work that's happened and what goes on now.
Well, we had a strategic plan survey where we were gathering feedback from community members around our strategic priorities and kind of seeing how in alignment with what our residents think as we go through that process again as a council and a staff, and also invite some community members in for the first time to be part of that process. We also have a staff survey as well as a community survey that's been out, and we're now compiling some of the data and results, and we'll be discussing it as a council as we work on our strategic plan and our budget priorities.
You recently were involved in a cohort of first-term mayors. First of all, what is that, and what were the topics discussed?
Well, it was a cohort of first-term mayors that were really from any place across the nation. It was a very small cohort, but both myself and Brooklyn Park Mayor Hollis Winston were invited to and went to this first convening, which was in Madison, Wisconsin. And we learned quite a bit around economic development and some of the work they're doing there around housing, as well as just, healthy practices for mayors and how to be effective in your role and support one another in that difficult role that sometimes other people don't really understand some of the pressures that go along with it, especially being in a kind of government where you have a city manager or a weak mayor system, and recognizing, how do you use your influence in a positive way to affect change in your community. So it was a really positive thing, and it's going to be ongoing for the next, I think, about 9 months.
Final note to pass along, a lot of events coming up in the city. Encourage you to go to the city's website to find out more to get involved. Mayor, thanks for your time. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you so much.
Learn more about The Connection at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.